Good morning. Today we're going to take a look at micro receiver options from FrSky. Whoop FCs usually have the receivers built in. This is fine when you're flying in and around the house, but quickly becomes a problem for 75mm whoops and other micros which are typically flown outdoors and farther. The newer boards intended for these builds, like the JEP RC GEP12A F4, typically don't have receivers, so you're free to install your own. So first up is the XM. Let's open it. So we have a instruction manual. It's just a one-pager. And we have some connectors. And the receiver itself. So it's quite small. Let's measure it. 15 by 10. Let's weigh it. So it's 0.8 grams with the antenna. So it's got only one antenna, so although it's very small and very light, it's at full range. The good thing is it has RSSI, so you would have an idea that you're going too far and need to turn back. So here's the XM up close. So you just have the bind button here and the UFL connector covered with a fixing glue. On the other side you have the S-bus port, 5 volts and ground. So next up is the XM Plus. Again, we have the standard user instruction manual. It's also a one-pager. We have connectors. And we have the receiver itself. So it's a bit bigger than the XM. 21.5 by 11.5. Let's weigh it. So it's 1.4 grams with the antenna. So it's got two antennas. So it's got a diversity. So this is a full range receiver. And of course it also has RSSI. So here's the XM Plus up close. So you just have the bind button here and the two UFL connectors here covered with a fixing glue. On the other side you have the S-bus port, 5 volts and ground. And last but not the least, we have the r-xsr. So again, we have the instruction manual. It's a little bit more comprehensive this time, so it's a two-pager. And we have a whole bunch of wires. So you have cables for flashing the receiver. And for connecting to the flight controller. And we have the receiver itself. So it's got dual antennas also, so it's another full range receiver. And the connector is built in. It's small, but it's probably going to add some weight. So the first thing you'll probably do for a Whoop build is to desolder this. 15.5 by 10.5. Here you can see that the r-xsr is just a little bit bigger than the XM. Let's weigh it. So it's 1.4 grams. So here's the r-xsr up close. So you just have the UFO ports here, covered with the fixing glue. You have ground, 5 volts, S port, which becomes F port when you flash the receiver with a F port firmware. So this will provide the control and telemetry signal in one pin. This is your standard S-bus out. And this is S-bus in, which is used for redundancy. Basically, it gets the S-bus signal from an external receiver. So when you lose signal from the primary receiver, you get your signal from the secondary receiver. So there you have it, the micro receiver options from FrSky. In summary, if you want the smallest and lightest receiver possible, go for the XM. If you want full range, then go for the XM Plus. But if you want full range and full telemetry, and you don't mind the extra cost, then go for the r-xsr. Thank you for watching.